Without good art, life would not be worth living. Without bad art, life would be worth living. I'm Justin, and I complain about bad art and bad artists. Ryan Johnson. What did he do to The Last Jedi? What did he do to Star Wars? Well, look at it this way. If he had been hired to do a Marvel movie, such as Ant-Man, he would have killed Thanos at the end during Ant-Man. He would have done to Marvel exactly what he did to Disney. And who the hell, what would you do for Infinity War? Well, that's what we're doing for episode 9, Star Wars. Rian Johnson hated Luke Skywalker. If he had directed the last Return of the Jedi, he would have had Luke milking the Rancor. He would have had Luke milking Darth Vader. He would have had Luke milking Palpatine, the Emperor. He would have had Luke on a Skywalker ranch milking cows and God knows what else. Now, interestingly, in Return of the Jedi, Luke did throw his lightsaber away, but it was at the end, and it was a gesture of "I'm not going to fight you," not a gesture of "I don't want to be a Jedi." And interestingly, he did. Oh no, and it would be it would if Rian Johnson had done Return of the Jedi. Luke Skywalker, when he was on the plank and R2 threw the lightsaber towards him, he would have caught it and then threw it off his shoulder. And I guess he probably would have jumped into the Sarlacc pit. And by the way, if you look at the way Luke Scott throws his lightsaber away when he's facing Palpatine, that's how you throw it away. Not over your shoulder like it's, I don't know, salt for good luck. Or I don't know how he threw it away, but Kathleen Kennedy. She gave herself and Disney Star Wars a terrible reputation. She made a terrible first impression. She lost all credibility. She turned gold into garbage. She must be so humiliated. She reminds me of a child putting on adult clothes and pretending to be having a tea party with her stuffed animals as guests. She's also an idiot. She broke the hearts of the fans, and I don't want to give her another chance. I don't even want to give Disney Star Wars another chance. If she wants women to be portrayed as strong, she should start with herself. What they did with Star Wars when they got it, I think they thought, we have gold, let's use it for an ego trip, rather than let's not screw this up, we have a huge task. Kennedy and Johnson behaved like someone just handed them $5 billion with no strings attached, not like they were trusted with $5 billion to use responsibly. The final verdict, even if Kennedy has been misquoted with all those stupid things about the Force being female, whatever, the bottom line is she allowed Rian Johnson to make The Last Jedi. Rian Johnson is just a monkey. It wasn't his fault. If you give a gun to a monkey, you don't blame the monkey. She gave him all that power. Anyways, I think they should all be charged. First-degree murder, killing Luke. Many counts of theft over $5,000, crimes against humanity. No death penalty. Yeah, no death penalty though. They deserve a little bit of. The shills could be charged with aiding and abetting, accessory after the fact. All of them statutory rape, fraud, disturbing the peace. Disney, I like the idea how they're trying to say that they're going to start listening to the fans. It's too late. First of all, stop saying The Last Jedi is great. Take all that down. You're lying. See, that's another thing that's pissing me off. It's not just a question of listening to the fans now. It's a question of coming clean and saying The Last Jedi is terrible. It was a cover-up. And we're sorry. We're sorry for making such an awful movie as The Last Jedi. They need to go that far. And even then, I'm not forgiving them. They have to admit that they lied about The Last Jedi being a big success and they rigged the reviews. They have to admit that they rigged the reviews and disclose the records of how they rigged the reviews and out all the people that they paid. All the people they paid off or bribed. You get a free trip to Disney. Yeah, you get a free trip to Disney World for the rest of your life as long as you just keep giving us good. You don't even need to bribe like outright. You can just say, hey, Peter Travers, we just want to give you a free pass to come for a week with your family to Disney World. And they just do that a week before the movie comes out. And then that's enough. That's enough of the bribe. Wink, wink. Disney. Okay. The thing that Disney failed to understand is that what we'll call them franchises, such as Marvel. Franchise, they run on hype. That's why Star Wars is screwed. It's all about the hype. Marvel built the hype for 20 movies. DC didn't build hype. You don't have hype, you don't have anything. And that's why episode 9 is just going to fail so poorly. It doesn't even matter if it's a great movie. That they killed the hype. And that's all you got is hype. Oh, and in terms of them referring to fans as an angry mob, I personally have no problem with being a member of an angry mob with pitchforks and torches. The problem with angry mobs is that they tend to outnumber you. So generally you have to either keep them happy or keep them away or kill them. But let's not forget, this angry mob was your best customers. It might be best not to think of them as an angry mob, let alone call them that. An angry mob who has no jurisdiction on Star Wars. It may be best to not have Rian Johnson encouraging people to dislike the movie because he succeeded. They don't like the movie. He helped make this angry mob. When you have an angry mob gathered outside your house with pitchforks, maybe you don't say to them, I think it's great that you guys are angry. It strokes my ego. It makes me really happy. That's like someone's really angry at you and you're poking them and it's like poking an angry dog. They want to tell the fans to like get over it. When are we going to get over it? I'm just getting started. I'll be talking about this disaster for the rest of my life because it's the most incredible thing I've ever seen. I've never seen a professional company throw away $5 billion before. I don't think anybody has. I mean, you think about like faulty iPhone, like things like other products that they had to be recalled because they were getting set on fire, but nothing matches this. I did some basic calculation in terms of how much money they lost from the fans, the ex fans, and this is lowballing. Let's take one of those like geeks and gamers who has 50,000 followers, right? Okay, so that's say 50,000 solo tickets that those 50,000 fans didn't buy. 50,000 solo tickets would have added up to $1 million. If they saw it twice, it would be $2 million. If they got a few friends to see it, that would be like $10 million. So at what point is that worth something? Like I would think $10 million is kind of important. I mean, that could add up to $50 million. I guess, who cares about nickels and dimes though, right? We're talking about, we're expecting billions. So, you can take, you fans can take your $10 million, your paltry $10 million and just, F off. Now, the word fan comes from fanatic, and you got to keep that in mind. Fans are not reasonable. Do you want to piss off a fanatic? You can either having them give you all their money or get them to hate you. Now, that's all for today. Thank you for your time.